Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this from, and whenever you're watching this. I'm so excited to talk to you about my upcoming Complete Beginner's Guide to Investing in Africa, right? Now, I'm sending you this video, and yes, I'm sending it to other people because I want to get the word out there, right? I want to get everybody involved in at least demystifying what it's like to invest in Africa. Whether you're planning on investing in Africa this year, next year, or maybe you're just curious, right? I invite you to attend our upcoming workshop, Complete Beginner's Guide to Investing in Africa. Okay, so now obviously we're going to go over what to look for, right? What are some good opportunities and what do they look like, and what do bad opportunities look like, right? How do you know that your investment is protected, because now you're in a foreign country, right? And the judicial system, the legal system, is not the same system as the United States. So how do you navigate this? How do you navigate the cultural differences, the cultural nuances, right? We're going to go over all of that. What are the opportunities available, right? Kat, I know real estate and I know agriculture, but what else is out there, right? We're going to cover where does tech and AI fit into investing in Africa. We're going to go over all of that. So I'm super excited, right? But today's video, not only do I want to invite you to the Complete Beginner's Guide to Investing in Africa workshop, but I want to show you the power of taking advantage of opportunities that may not be available in the United States, but are available to invest on the African continent. So I'm going to give you a quick little example. So let me pull out my handy dandy whiteboard over here. I'm going to use the old school classic whiteboard. All right. And so let's say that, for example, and this is actually real numbers, right? In Rwanda, you can buy residential land or agricultural land or something that can do both. So residential mean you can only build a house on it or some sort of residential unit, right? Agricultural means that you can only farm in it, right? You can grow things and so on and so forth. And then you have dual purpose land titles as well, right? So if you were to get some sort of residential land and build a home on it, a 2 or 3 bedroom house, an entire finished house, it's going to cost you anywhere from about 45,000 US dollars. And of course, as high as you want your budget to be, right? The more luxurious, the more it is. But typically, if you're looking at just a standard, two to three bedroom house, we're looking at anywhere from about 45 to 75K. All right. That's the range there. So we're just gonna use the bottom half here. Okay. So 45K, right? Well, Kat, if I were to build an entire house for 45K, what can I sell it for? Well, you could turn around and sell it for anywhere from 85 to upwards of $100,000. Ooh, too many zeros there. we're going into the future, right? Okay, to about 100K plus, right? Depending on the neighborhood, right? Depending on whether you decide to sell it as a business, right? So what you can do is you can create the house, you can even furnish it, right? Take pictures on it, post it on Airbnb, and now you're not just selling a house, you're selling an Airbnb business, right? Or you can furnish it and rent it out to expats, because most expats like myself, right, someone who lives in a Western country or in Europe, right, and they're in Rwanda or they're in the African country for some sort of assignment, and they need a place to stay for 6 to 9 months, they're going to pay way more for rent than the local community, right? And so there are many, many ways to get a bigger profit for this. But let's say you spent $45,000 to create the house, and now you're able to sell it. Let's even say at 80K. All right. Let's say they negotiated you down, and now you were able to sell it at 80K. Now you might ask yourself, Kat, who is buying these properties, right? Am I selling to foreigners? Am I selling to investors? Yes, but you're mostly selling to locals, right? Rwanda, as for example, has a growing middle class, right? And guess what? The growing middle class can now go to a bank and get a mortgage. And so most of the time, who is paying you this 80K? Most of the time, you're getting paid from the banks, okay? So this is not like a cash type of thing where you hope they pay you or you hope they make your payment. No, you're getting paid from the bank, right? And so now, what can you do? Well, you almost doubled your money. If 90K would have made it double, but could you not contribute more to your 401k or contribute more to your Roth IRA so that you can retire faster? You guys picking up what I'm putting down, right? Could you not take some of that profit and pay, your property tax for the year? That's one less expense you got to worry about, right? Could you take some of that profit and take your family on vacation, and have a nice vacation for $5,000-$7,000, right? And so some of these investments here in the United States, you can easily do this in the United States, right? You can get yourself a new construction, you can buy the land and build a house, but it's going to cost you multiple six figures to do so, right? And so some of these same opportunities are available on the African continent, and these opportunities can actually give you a little boost, right? A little head start on your wealth building journey, right? Just like I talked about in my live. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely check out my live from yesterday, right? Why Africa might be your next power move. Okay, check that out, and you will see that some of these opportunities help us leapfrog, right? So that we can catch up to those $5 million net worth. Okay, because you do this a couple of times, and next thing you know, you've got multiple six figures in cash, and now you can do this on a bigger scale and do $1 million projects, right? Because now you will have leverage. But I don't want to go too fast. All right, I'm inviting you to the Complete Beginner's Guide to Investing in Africa. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave a comment. I made a joke the other day. I made $25 on YouTube last month. Okay, talk to me nice. No, I want to create more impact, guys. For a very long time, I treated this business in a way that was not impactful. Let's just put it that way. And I want to create more impact. Share this video with someone you love, even if they don't come to the workshop. That doesn't matter. What I just showed you right there was the goal was to expand your mind on what's out there, expand your mind on what's possible, right? And so I'm excited to have you if you join us, and see you soon. Bye, everybody.